15.
And so we are live. Yeah. It's another beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening. And guess what? It might be Sunday morning in other places. Yes. We are back here. We hope and trust that you all are doing great. Yes, it is the 15th day of October 2022. Yeah. Either we like it or not, it is fast approaching. Yes, it is fast, fast approaching, right? And we love it. We love it, especially if you are out there and you are like us and you are crushing your goals. And those ones that you did not even achieve, as speculated, you are learning and you are not relenting, right? Yes, welcome back to another episode of Tell Me, Tell
Creating
Me.
passive income
Because
streams.
right
If you
now,
can, you can.
yes, right now our audience are so used to this. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
creating that passive income streams. If we can, you watching us now, catching up on the replay, you
Sure can.
can definitely do it too.
Mhm.
Yes, I have my amazing ladies here with me. I have Madupe in the house. Say hi to our friends.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, and I have Debbie K.
Hi everyone, good to be here again.
And here I have C Digital. Say hi to our friends.
Hello,
All
everyone.
right. And in absentia, we have Omolara Oti Consulting. She's not here. Yes, she's having fun traveling the world. That is what our business affords, right? That is the
Yeah.
blessing of our business. She's traveling, but her business did not was not put on hold so that she can travel because her business is mobile. Right. Today, we're going to be looking at a very critical topic that I think most of us, as experience, and we really know that most people out there are still experiencing it. So, we really want to talk from the depth of our heart today. We want to look at this issue critically, and you can actually pick one or two things from here today in order to deal with that issue, right? So today our topic is impact of skepticism. Impact of skepticism. In the process of pronouncing this, if you see any of my tooth or teeth flying off, okay, just pick it up and send it to me right here in Texas. Yeah, so we want to look at skepticism. When we talk about skepticism, it connotes different things to so many people. Some see it as, being bad, being good. And, we want to look at the ways that skepticism can impact us as individuals and at the long run, our dream and our future. Okay, so we're gonna start, and if you we will appreciate all of your comments because we are all in this learning, right? Yes. What is your perspective of this? Be there in the comments to put it in the comment section. Okay, so Mudupe, I want you to I'm gonna start with you. Yeah, walk us through. We want to have like a layman's understanding of what skepticism really is.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday to you all. Thank you so much, Mataraya, for putting me on the hot spot. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I
Skepticism.
trust you.
Hopefully, my teeth are not going to drop off just like she said. And if it does, you know what? Send them to me over in California. Skepticism, right? You just have that questioning attitude. You just have that doubt. You're just like, no, I'm not accepting this. I'm
Hmm.
not going to take this, hook, line, and sinker. I'm just not going to accept of this. That is that attitude. So, you have every doubt towards a knowledge claim. You're looking at things from a different perspective, even though people are presenting you with facts and with figures. So you have doubt as to the truth of something. That is exactly what skepticism is. And just like you said, we're looking at the impact today. Is it good or bad? Depends on where you're looking at it from. Depends on the perspective from where you want to look at it. But the host had just asked me to do justice to the definition of skepticism, and I think I just delivered. Over to you, Muturaya. You're muted, sister.
Thank you so much. You
You're
know,
welcome.
I really love, the simple explanation and definition that you gave to that.
Okay.
Now let's look at it. You know, Adebola, how do you see skepticism? Will you say skepticism is bad or good?
Okay. Modipe, thank you for that. Let me say introduction. I mean, now we have an idea of what skepticism is. Having doubts and everything. Talking about good or bad. The issue is that because I was just trying to, okay, let's even look at what this really is. And I was just went online to just check some things about, okay, what is skepticism? How does it affect us? And actually, in a way, there is something like that skepticism could be a positive reaction to some situations sometimes, like you being taking caution, not just jumping into something. It allows you time to, like, okay, oh, I don't think this is it. Then if you are in that category, then you have to actually go further to do a research, find out information, make sure that you actually conclude on whatever it is that is holding you back. Not just say, oh, I don't think this is real. I don't, and that's it. Because we don't just base our everything on our own opinion. You have to actually go for the research, find information, know if your being skeptic is really is defendable on your own end. At the same time, it could be very negative, and I think I've already explained it, because if it's preventing you from moving forward, if all you do is just, oh no, this has happened to me before, or this happened to this person, or this is happening, oh, I see this online, and that's all you use to just make your own judgment and about everything, then that is, I mean, that is going to prevent you from even progressing in anything. So skepticism could be either positive or negative, depending on the context, depending on the situation, and how individuals handle it.
Ooh, I love that. I love the way you dealt with it. It depends on the individual that is skeptical, right? It depends on the angle from which you are seeing that figure. Are you seeing it as a nine, or are you seeing it as a six? Right. It depends on which side you belong to. So we're gonna look at this critically and say, it is okay for you to be skeptical. It is natural, right? Majority of us here, especially when we were about starting our amazing digital businesses, right? That we now have and run from the comfort of our home. I was skeptical. I was skeptical. But then that will bring us to our next question, right? So I want to know, Taiwo, how long should an individual entertain skepticism for us to say it can be healthy?
Hmm. Thank you, Muturaya. Hmm.
You are.
And thank you to everyone that has said one or two things about this topic. It's really important to know, because some people will say, if you know, you know, right? And how long? Not too long, I'll say. You can't, because you can't just keep yourself. And if I can just ship this in, that why most people are skeptical is because they are afraid, the fear of the unknown. And how long are you going to allow this fear to overwhelm you, overtake you, and deprive you of what uh, of benefits that awaits you? So it is, I would say, don't keep it for long. Like Mutumayo said, it is good to be skeptical, yes, because we are all human, and that is one of the things that make us human. But if you stay longer in that skepticism, it's not good.
It's good. Do your own part. I will always say do your due diligence. No. And even need to know why you are skeptical. Why? Why? And like I said, most people are skeptical because they are afraid. So you need to deal with that as soon as possible. And um make some research. Know why you are skeptical and ask yourself, do I really want to stay like this? Do I really want to? What is this skepticism bringing to me? What is it? What am I gaining from it? Because you cannot move forward if you stay in that position. You cannot. So staying in that area, in that aspect, in that skepticism will not help us. So it's
Mm,
better for us to decide this is what I want to do and act fast. I want to do it, yes. Okay. But because it's good to, we don't know all things, we don't know everything. We are not an island of
knowledge.
knowledge, right? So we learn every day, we grow every day, and we don't know, like I said, we don't know everything. So, but it's good to say, oh, before I will accept something, let me just make sure I get the real fact. But while you are at that, make it quick. Don't just stay there and say, oh, and because some people had concluded in their head that this is, you believe what, so many things that we believe is the product of our thoughts sometimes, right? And we will say, okay, I'm not getting beyond this. No matter what you say to me,
Mm,
no matter what you tell me, I have to stay here. This is my final decision. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. So we don't have to linger on being skeptical. We have to act fast and move forward. And if you want to, if you know you needed some facts, ask questions.
thank you so
Move out
much.
very fast, very quick.
Yes,
So
thank
that
you, thank you. Oh my God, I love that. Hey, hey. Last episode, we came in with a song, right? Collect your money, right? If you are skeptical, you that might be an hindrance to doing that, right? So I want to bring this in that, you know, we will not even know that we are skeptical until we are presented with an opportunity, right? Like, our business opportunity, right? A lot of people are skeptical because they're like, can you really earn online? Can you really do a business that is legitimate from the comfort of your home? Yes. Those are questions that you ask yourself. Those are questions that give birth to skepticism. And as Taiwo rightly said, it is just good for you to get up, make your researches, and that will help you to make an informed decision. So Modupe, I'm right back here with you. Right. So a lot of people um have, taken steps to satisfy their skepticism, just like we all did. We all here, we did. And, we were convinced, and we moved, we were sure, certain that what we are getting into is a real deal. And we went for it. And yet we have people that, saw all this evidence based, right? But they are still very, very, they're in the face of truth. They still hold like a silver of skepticism. What will you say to this?
Brilliant question, Muturaya. And this is what I would like to say. In as much as we're saying there shouldn't be, we don't have a specific, I would say there's no specific time frame. So it's not like we're saying short term, long term, 2 months, 3 months, 10 years. That's how long you need to get out of your
mm,
skepticism pedestal, right? So we've kind of like talked about that. But one of the things I want us to point out is that the human being, we are so diverse in terms of personality and in terms of temperament. And so that balls, so that has a factor to play. Some of us are so risk averse, okay? While quite a few of us are just like, I am so conservative. I will not take risk. I will not do it. Leave me alone. Okay. So I want us to look at things, very robust from that perspective that everybody's not the same. We have, a very robust, demographics whereby people have various temperament. And so that has something that still has, a piece right there to really consider. And that's the reason why, after several facts and figures, someone will still be like, leave me alone. I'm not yet done. I'm convinced. Don't worry. I'll come to it. Oh, you know what? Give me another time. Let me make sure I think about it. And they begin to dig and dig and even dig what is not even there and begin to concoct things that are even wrong. Okay? It plays on the fact of that person's personality. Okay? So it has nothing to do with, is it that something is wrong with those individuals that really jumped in and said, that is it, I'm ready? Or for those that said, okay, I'm risk averse. Okay? And so for those individuals, like I like to say, it's a personality thing. It's a personality game. They still have that iota of doubt. It's something that they will need to really deal with themselves, especially when it comes to mindset, for them to really break free from that jinx, if you ask me. Now, I have my other set of people in that same demographics who probably have fallen victim of a very bad experience in time past. And so they're still hot and they're carrying it over based on prior experiences that has to play. And they're like, I'm not yet done. Nope. So everything that comes before them, nothing is going to leave. It's like, nope. Once bitten, twice shine. Once bitten, 10 times shine. Don't give it to me. I don't want it. Okay? Now, my question is, am I going to literally blame these people? I won't. Those folks also who have that personality deficiency, who have not been able to deal with their mindset, am I going to come here and blame and point fingers? No. So we need to look at things from various and a very more robust perspective. And where is this person coming from? So it's not a one size fit all. It's going to be on a case by case basis, right? And those individuals, after a while, when you really reach out to them and then understand where they're coming from, hopefully they might get that, they might get that healing that they need. Like, oh, well, have been beaten. I just don't want to hear anything. And then until they now see, oh, this is right. This is, because you can't say because you've been beaten and then you close your eyes to everybody, right? And say, okay, because something happens now, everybody in this life is the same. No, that is bloody generalization. And you can't say that. But it takes a whole lot of healing process for people to really to get to that level. So we're still talking about the same topic, folks. Either you're listening to us or you're going to catch up on this replay. What is the impact of skepticism? If you're not careful, it's going to drown you and get you so much in a state you don't want to be. If you're not careful, your past experiences are going to play a very brutal, experience on you, and things would have really gone further before you realize it. I get it. There are terrible things out there. I'm not playing like, oh, there is none. But though they are right there, and that's why we've talked about due diligence has been flying all over this platform right now. Due diligence, right? But that is the place where you have to do that. The professionals out there that are listening to us, every mother plugged in and listening to us, you do your due diligence when you take care of your children at home. For those of us that are still even in the waiting room, we do our due diligence when we had to do with us even getting that man that we call our husbands, right? We had to do all of those things. We don't know them from Adam, but now we are together. We are, right, married to them. You did all of those. Just bring in that same instinct when it comes to things like this. Check out the facts and the figures. Look out research. The world is a global village right now. We have a global library, my people. And you can even talk to live people. When it comes to our own type of digital business, you can reach out to all of these beautiful faces. Ask questions, real questions. No one is coercing anyone to do anything outside of your comfort level. You need to be convinced and then you move forward, which was what we all did. And so having said that, Mutsuraya, I hope I've been able to just, address that concern you said about those who, even after all of this, they're not doing anything. People belong to several, buckets, and we just need to understand where they're coming from. And hopefully, maybe we can help them. And some individuals, we just can't, because again, that's just how they are. But again, we will take our position, educate, inspire, and let's move in. Let's move in. Let's make sure we're
Yeah.
collecting our money. Nobody
Thank
should
you
be
so
money on the
much.
table.
Mm-hmm.
Over
Thank
to you,
you
Mr.
so
Ryan.
much, Modupe. You know what? I was listening to you with keen interest because I know majority of our audience right now, or those
Mhm.
that will even catch up on this replay, um, may be in that state where they've checked this out and they still feel like, I don't think it's true. I don't think
Mhm.
it's real. And let me tell you, we all can be here and putting our names, our faces out there in jeopardy if this is not the real thing, right? So, Adebola, I reserve this question for you in my
Mm.
brain, when you were talking earlier. I picked the fact that you said skepticism is good because it helps you to be cautious, which we really appreciate, right? It helps people to examine claims, right? And establish evidence before taking actions, right? Isn't it?
Yeah,
So
you
I want
said
to
it.
say, how did this, play out in your personal experience before joining this business?
Okay, now talking about my own experience. Um, the issue is that before I actually joined this community and started business, I was out there like looking, for something online. And I did came across some other ones. And there were some that I didn't even touch because sometimes when you don't make a decision, again, it's not because you are skeptic. It's just sometimes it may be due to another thing. Maybe okay, this one doesn't appeal to me, you know. But when I actually decided, okay, let me go for this, I would say at first I didn't just jump into it. I thought, okay, what's this about? I really need to know. I was really attracted based on the person that was inviting me to check it out, you know. And what I did was to just I've said it over again to people around me, in the business, some business partners. I actually went all out to do a lot of research. I I saw more than I should have seen, about the business, about everything that we do, And before I came in, all in, and I thought, okay, this looks real. I mean, this person talking to me, this person looks like me, this person is speaks my language and everything, let me just give it a try. And the thing again was that there was a point in time I was asking questions and I came across somebody else in the business, and the person was really fluent in answering questions. Asked this person, it was a gentleman, and he replied my questions and everything, and asked, "Oh, am I interested? Do I want?" I said, "Okay, I'm already working with somebody," and it was like, I could have just, but I thought, no, there was something about the person that I saw that really attracted me. And from what I was able to gather from my research, I just thought, okay, at a point in time, you have to just make a decision and give one a try. I was just done searching. I said, okay, I'm not searching anymore. Let me just go ahead and give this one a try and see what comes out of it. In a way, I really don't have anything to lose from what I've seen. I have nothing to lose. So let me give it a try and see what happens. And that's another thing. There are situations whereby you are able to just check things out without even losing anything. I understand when you have a lot at stake to put down and you're thinking that, oh, if I put this down, I can afford to lose this. But there are even times that you don't even have anything to lose and people are still hold back, like they still holding back, like, okay, you know. And I think, like Taiwo said, that it's fear. It's fear, and not just fear that, oh, what if what is going to happen when you have nothing to lose? Some is the fear of leaving this comfort zone. and they use the skepticism as a defense, like
Mhm.
just try to defend the fact that they don't want to leave that comfort zone. That happens sometimes. But, I'm glad that I did. I wouldn't say that I jump into it right away. I really took my time to decide, and I'm glad that I did. I didn't allow the fear of what it is to prevent me from even going ahead to search, to ask questions, to find out facts, and then making my decision.
Amazing. Thank you so much. You know what? You've said a lot, but I picked this out. If you are not determined to take decision at a point in time, you will keep searching. You will
Mhm.
keep making your researches and you will continue to be skeptical.
And you will see a lot of
Okay,
things that will want to discourage you.
right.
There's no how you're going to see the best review or the best write up, and that's the only thing you're going to see about anything. You will always see both the positive and the negative
There are
about
two
stuff.
sides to
So
a coin.
exactly, so you need to know where who you are talking to, who is or giving you information, who can actually help you out. You need to check with the people that know, not just anywhere, not just online, and then you see a lot of different stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. So, people, you are not coming across this video by mistake. Yes, it is predestined. So, re examine this, watch it. Check out our amazing digital business. It is us telling you that you can own and run your own business without working for someone. Is this real? Mm, yeah, you can be skeptical, but you can make your researches, right? Yeah, Taiwo, back to you on fear. Yes, fear of the unknown, fear of leaving the comfort zone. What will you say? What will be the advice you give to people on how to face their fear in, trying to overcome skepticism?
Okay, thank you for that. You've said one of it. Face it.
Face it.
You need to face that fear. And number two, I'll say you need to know why you are really afraid. What is bringing that fear? Where is it coming from? Is it from, like Modupe said? Is it from the past, from your past experience, or you are afraid of leaving your comfort zone, like Adibola said? So why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? You need
Mhm.
to know, because if you have a problem and you don't know you have the problem, then there is no way you can get solution to it. So
Correct.
you need to know, what am I afraid? Is this really fear or skepticism, right? So am I skeptical, or I'm being afraid? So if it's fear that is causing that skepticism, then you need to um know what that fear is, right? And know how to deal with it. So if it's fear from past experience, then you need to let it go, because you can't keep dwelling in the past. Most Modupe has said so many things about that. You can't keep dwelling in the past and dwelling on your past failures. No, it's gonna take us nowhere. We need to deal with it now and let it go. Let's go and let God, like they will say. Just
Yes.
let it go. But
Yes.
don't let that deprive you of what you are to gain, what you are to achieve in the future, because you are afraid. So you need to know what you're afraid of first, then you face the fear. So that's my point.
Thank you so much. Another thing I will add to that is, sometimes it might be insecurity. You are not secured yourself. You might be playing out what your environment is, you know, passing to you. Maybe someone somewhere has spoken into your life that you can't do anything good for yourself, and you are believing that. You can work online, you can own your own business. You are believing that because you are subconsciously replaying whatever has been said to you. Now is the time to let go. Take that action. Once you take that action, you will see the confidence will come in, the boldness will come in. You will have that faith over fear. Yes, Modupe, I'm back to you. We are getting there, okay?
Ma, I'm
We,
here,
we,
ma.
we, Will you say that, in trying to overcome failure, I mean,
Mhm.
sorry, in trying to overcome skepticism, that failure should, the way we look at failure, I mean, should play an important role.
As a consideration. Before I answer that question, Muturayo, permit
Yeah.
me. I want to
Yes.
flaunt this our digital business. I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
going on,
Mm-hmm.
but just permit me. Permit me.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
audience,
Go
let me
ahead.
tell you something. Okay, we here, the four ladies here represented as we speak to you, in addition to 162,000 plus community members, we belong to the best,
Oh yeah.
fastest, largest online business community that
Yes.
is globally based. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yes.
And one of the beauty about this community is that not only are we beautiful, we also have brains, okay? Is that our business model also has a piece such that they are not ignorant of the fact that people are out there and they're going to be skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
They add that right at the back of their mind. I know Adebola touched it, but I'm like, can I just flaunt this thing? Because you
Mm-hmm.
know what? We took this into consideration that we have the human person has a natural instinct to be skeptical. Okay. And so our business process and our business model is so well laid out that it will help you to do your due diligence even while you are being skeptical. So you're not giving it in. You're still like, I'm checking this out. Does this make sense to me? Or
Mm-hmm.
does this really align with what I can do? Am I comfortable? Am I ready to leave my comfort zone? If it checks the boxes for you, then yes, that is it. And
Yes.
if it doesn't, you know what? It was just so beautiful having come in contact with you. And you
Mm-hmm.
would have known that you would have learned something. So I just wanted our audience to know that not only is our online digital business the largest growing, fastest growing business, we also have brains and beauties. And then we took care of this fact of skepticism. So you have nothing to worry about.
Oh yes.
Over to you, my boss, Moturayo. So you
All
said,
right.
what,
So,
Thank you,
I
Modupe.
know your question. So you
right.
said it's failure. Okay. So you
Don't
said
worry.
in the
I
course
will
of
just use that to wrap up because of time.
okay,
Okay.
okay, yes,
If you
ma'am.
allow
So
her, she
that
won't stop.
I know we are in the same shoe. We are both guilty of that. And when you love what you're doing and you see that it's playing out good, you have that confidence to continue to just
Mm-hmm.
flaunt it. And
Okay.
sometimes you're like, why are people not seeing what I'm
Doing
seeing?
this. Hmm.
I don't
Why are
understand.
people, why do people want to continue the normal life of just, going through a lot of stress before even making a living?
Mm.
These things has been simplified. Technology is here for good. What good is it bringing to your table? Just answer that question as you go to your bed tonight, okay? Now, to round, this episode up, I want to say, how do you see failure? Because that is one major thing that contributes to us being skeptical, right? We are skeptical because we are scared of failure. But what do you think failure is? Let me tell you that before I started this business, I am scared of failure. But now that I'm in this business, I've seen that failure is me seeing that something is not gonna work in a certain way. I've
Mm-hmm.
learned another way that it won't play out well. So
Yeah.
permit me to read this as we go to, the end of this episode. It says skeptics are unwilling to suffer being fooled because they
Mm-hmm.
are, they are scared of that, right? But in so doing, they behave so ignorantly because they miss so many opportunities.
Hmm.
And that is why we are out here. We don't want you to miss this opportunity. There is an opportunity that you are looking at as you are watching this video that is embedded behind each of these URL that you are seeing here. Put your name and your email in any of the URL. Do your due diligence. Check, make findings and get your evidence to establish the fact that this business is for you or not. Eventually, it breaks their heart. Now, eventually, it breaks their heart to see that people they regard as fools pass them by.
Mm.
That is one thing skepticism does. You stay in the same place, you know, that is when skepticism is bad, because you are there being skeptical, and people that were skeptical like you, I mean, made their findings and they're passing you by. Okay, which can deprive skeptics deeper into fear and self-doubt, and eventually loneliness. And that is why we are out here telling you that if you are there skeptical, it is okay, but don't allow it to linger for forever. And as we come to the end of this episode, I want to say, don't let this topic just go. Let the comments keep coming, and we can continue this conversation on and on, because it is really affecting us. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing episode. Yes. Can you say bye to our friends as we, I mean, end this?
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.
See you next time. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.